Hey everybody, it's Tin. Welcome back to another video. I know it's been quite some time since my last upload. I took some time off to do some traveling and I focused on my business. But now I'm back ready to deliver to you guys that massive value that I always do. And stick to the end of this video because I do have some exciting announcements for you guys at the end as well. But I am planning to do daily uploads now that I'm back. So if you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell down below as well. And on that note, let's get started on today's video, guys. So today's topic is going to be niche store versus general store. I'll be breaking down the pros and cons. And then at the end, I will recommend to you which one I think is best to start off with based on my experience. So let's get started. So first we're going to talk about is niche store, pros and cons. The first thing about a niche store is you're going to have a lot higher engagement rate, right? The audience is more passionate and your store is going to be structured around this specific audience. Also, it's going to be easier to rank for SEO compared to a general store because the store is focused on one niche, whereas a general store, there's so many different niches, so many different keywords in different niches that you would have to target. So with the niche store, it's more focused and there's easier to rank for SEO. So there's going to be a higher conversion rate with the niche store, right? The traffic is more filtered. It's just statistically compared to a general store. Niche stores do have a higher conversion rate. It's not a lot higher, but it is usually higher because the traffic is more targeted compared to a general store. There's so much traffic coming in from different niches for different certain products, where with the niche store it's more focused around one niche. You have one main product that you're focused on advertising, and that's usually the reason why there's higher conversion rate, and it does tie into that targeted audience, and the audience tend to be more passionate as well. And also with the niche store, the email list tends to be more responsive. There's so much that you can do with the niche store email list, right? You can send them a lot of value emails in your newsletter, and compared to a general store where you have to segment the audience, it's going to be a lot more complicated. And with the cons of a niche store, you're going to be very limited since you're going to be focused on one niche, right? So you're going to be limited in the amount of products that you can promote and limited in the audience that you can target as well, right? So audience size is limited. And also with the niche store, there's lots of trial and testing, and you don't know if the niche store will be successful until you test it out, right? So this is based on my experience when I was starting out in the beginning of my dropshipping journey. I actually started with a niche store, but the niche was not really a good niche, right? I did, for example, my first store was actually in the jewelry niche, and I was actually going towards to dropshipping higher and higher ticketed price items, and it didn't really work out. So after marketing it and it not being able to make sales, so what I had to do is actually move on to a different niche and different products. And when that happened, I actually had to scrap the first store and rebuild a new store around another niche. So that's the downside of a niche store. You don't know if it's going to be successful or not until you market it. And then when it doesn't work out, either you have to change and redo everything all over again, or actually scrap your store and make a new store. And also, you can't burn out your audience with the niche store, right? Like I said before, the audience size is really limited. So, you can only market so much to the same audience over and over again. Eventually, everyone's going to see your product and your ad, and you can't burn out your audience. Just like if you're doing Instagram influencer marketing, if you're marketing with the same influencer over and over again, eventually sales will drop and people will stop buying because you can burn out your audience. Also with the niche store, it can be up and down depending on trends. If your niche is seasonal or is trend based, so there could be up and downs with the niche store as well. So now let's move on to a general store. So pros and cons of a general store. So number one with a general store is more flexible to start with, right? You can sell products in any niche. So with the flexibility of that, you're able to test different products within not only different niches, but a lot more products. So that way, you can basically cast your net wide until you find that winning product. And also the audience size is unlimited because again, you're not limited to one certain audience. You actually are able to target any audience within any niche when you're testing all these products. Also, it's very consistent, right? You can always launch new products. If one product dies out or burns out in sales or slowing down, you can always launch a new product and constantly test new products within different niches. to, when the product starts to die down, that new product can, bring your sales back up. So that way, it's more consistent in sales. Also, you can test many products in different niches, like I mentioned in the first bullet point. With the general store, you're not limited into one certain product or one certain niche. So then, you're actually able to, test so many different products. And with the general store, with all this testing that you can do, I feel like you can actually find a winning product a lot faster because you're able to test so much more products. And also, you can sell seasonal products, which is huge, right? If it's Halloween time, Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's, or even summertime, you can actually promote and sell products based on different seasons and holidays. And, because it's a general store, you can always launch these products depending on the season and the time of the year. So the cons of a general store is conversion rate is slightly lower. Like I mentioned in the, the slide for the niche store, it's not a lot of a difference, but it is slightly lower compared to a niche store. Also, some traffic may be irrelevant, right? Because you're targeting so many different niches with your ads. Some of your traffic might be irrelevant to the product that, that you're promoting on that store. Also, email lists will be less responsive because you don't have the, for example, like I mentioned before in the niche store, you're not able to create valuable content that will be related to that certain niche. But what you can do with the general store, it will be a lot harder, is you have to segment your audiences by different niche and different products that they buy. Like, again, you have to separate and segment those emails. So now, that's the end of the video. But after explaining the niche and general store, what I do recommend you guys to start off with is with the general store, because again, there is a lot of flexibility. And especially when you're starting off with, e-commerce, Shopify dropshipping, and you don't have that much money, and you don't want to spend so much time launching new stores at a time. What I recommend is starting off with the general store. You have the flexibility of testing many different products at the same time in different niches, so you're able to find that winning product faster. And once you find that winning product, once you find several winning products, like maybe 3 to 5 winning products, what you can do is actually branch out and build a niche store around that product. And that's what I recommend people to do when they start out. So start off with the general store. Once you have a couple of winning products, you can branch out and build niche stores around your winning products. Now, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It is the first video back. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell down below as well. Because like I mentioned before, I am planning to do daily uploads now that I'm back. And, I'm ready to pump out that content and value for you guys. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Tin Entrepreneur. And make sure you do join the free Facebook group, guys. I am going to be pumping a lot of free exclusive content and videos, and even live content in the Facebook group. And we just surpassed 67,000 people in the group. So it's a great place to network and learn from other people. And I did say I am announcing stuff at the end of this video, so I am working on a free course for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for that. I feel like so many people on YouTube, these gurus are setting these courses that are just basic information. So I wanted to help everyone out, because I know people are starting out, they don't have the budget to invest in a course. So that's why I'm actually releasing this free course to help out everyone to make your first sale. I feel like this course, I'm spending a lot of time on it for you guys. So I feel like, it can actually get you to your first $10,000 in sales. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. So make sure you do subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I'm doing this for you guys. And join the Facebook group as well, because I am planning to pump out that content. So on that note, hope you guys are having an amazing day, and see you guys in the next video.